Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I didn't realize I could be introduced so amazing by Yvonne. And thank you, Mark, for inviting me to such amazing trip. So at here, this is my first time to be in Macedonia, and I feel like it's not been my last time. And the President Ivanov also told me a lot of history, even like Chinese history. And I think he's nowadays Kissinger, even much beyond than Kissinger, because he could speak Chinese philosophy better than majority of Chinese scholars. Yeah, so I know you are very sleepy, and I learned from Madam Albert that if we want to engage in audiences, we should definitely start by stories. So I think majority of you haven't been to China because maybe the visa issue, maybe it's too far from because I spent 20 hours on the trip. So, and yes, and you definitely know China banned everything. We don't access to the social medias like Instagram, and we cannot use WhatsApp. But now I'm going to tell some story about China to maybe, and also I'm open for collaboration because I'm not only used to study in the US, but I also engaging in very many different initiatives in China to build mutual understanding and cultural diplomacy through innovative ways. As our distinguished speakers has mentioned, we need to engage young generation. So I could also give you some examples in China how we could collaborate to engage in more international young leaders. Yeah, so have you heard about iShowSpeed? iShowSpeed. So this is an influencer come from the US, and he has over right now is more than 40 million followers online. So this guy come to China because you definitely know social medias are medias are sometimes want to present China in a more high level, not that kind of interpersonal ways. So this guy, he live streaming a lot, and he has more than 40 million followers online across the whole world. So this guy come to China, and it turns out although we said US-China relationship is so bad, but when this guy come to China, the Chinese audiences love him, and no matter the Chinese audiences, also the business love him, and the government also love him. And this guy only come to China for 7 days, but he was able to bring, contribute to local business to over, let me say, 100 million through 1 week trip in China. But actually, this guy is just an influencer. So imagine if in the future, more influencers, more this kind of impactful leaders, not only just in arts, not only in music, also former presidents or former diplomats willing to come to China or go to other, I'm not talking about just go to China. Also, we could integrate different regions, and it's kind of not only cultural diplomacy. It could also incent business to sponsor the trip, and also could boost the local economics. Because when this guy come to China, he visit 3 cities, Beijing, Shanghai, and Chongqing. So he's sponsored by a lot of big name brand, and also he visit also the Chinese tourism government sponsored and help him to organize the trip to make it more engaging. And I was able to connect he has a managing company. So this company bring big names from majority from America to China, because the Chinese market is hard to penetrate. But this guy come to China in 2018, and he bring Jessie J to China. It's also another celebrity. So he realized the potential for the business, not for himself, to be sure, but also it's kind of in an international level, and also integrate, I can engage in like international audiences no matter how old they are. Like they could range from like 6 years old until 60 years old, as long as they have a, like, because their company is, they collaborate with local company like China to plan a trip, plan a campaign, to plan the whole, like, they even have a script for their trip. It's not just like random guy live streaming everything. So they also help, like, as I have said, so this kind of thing is engaging the citizens and engaging the government and also engaging the business, not only just in China, but also in America, in West. Because, you know, definitely we have like 1 billion, over 1 billion people. So if, like, it's a big market and we already sick of buying our own stuffs. We are also looking for more innovative things. We are willing to pay, and I think more like this kind of young people, they are willing to pay for new innovative products. So a lot of Western brands, they realize this kind of opportunities. So they also sponsor like iShowSpeed, or like influencers has millions of followers to come to China to also bring their brands to China. So as we have said, like maybe you also think like Chinese always think about business, but you know we were so poor, so we need to have economic like stability, and so that we could have more culture initiatives, because culture and arts, like I can imagine how much we need to like support. I mean, because I used to study arts, so I know like it's kind of hard to be more sustainable or self-sustained. Because like, for example, I play cello, like one cello, good cello, I might need to spend millions to buy a good cello in order to, and also I need to study it with different professors, go to different countries too, because in China we don't have like enough good professors. And also in the world, you can tell like how much we invest in music and arts and culture, but it's hard to generate sustainable in return. So that's why I'm going to tell you this kind of story and introduce this kind of model. It's not belong to China, it's also belong to the whole world. And yes, as I have said, like if we could plan this kind of thing, make it more, because this is a new model. So if we could establish and apply this kind of model to whole world, it's not only going to benefit the local government, or not only going to benefit the business, but also good for cultural diplomacy, because this guy attract like 1 billion attractions. Like imagine this guy come to Macedonia, and like I just learned, like actually Mother Teresa is born at here. So if this guy come to here, he could make at least American and Chinese audiences know more about Macedonia. So yes, and it's in an easy way. This guy just need to come and live streaming, and he will also help with boost local economics, because this guy boosts China for 100 million. Yeah, so this kind of story I want to present, and I'm open also here for invitation, because yeah, I realized like, and I learned from President Ivanov, like we have so much in common, and like, and I received a lot of like hospitality. And here, and I buy 5 ice cream every day, and they want to chat with me, and they even want to sit with me for 2 hours for chatting. As I'm Chinese, to be honest, I receive a lot of discriminations or ignorance when I was in New York City, because they hate some of them, not all of them, but some of them, they don't want to talk with me if they know I'm Chinese. But here, I didn't meet anything like this. They want to talk with me on the street, and there's so much like rich history. I learned a lot from here, and I feel like if we could, yes, so yeah, I know you guys might be very tired, so I'm gonna end this with some opportunities I could offer. First of all, like in Shanghai, like we could have a free venue, not on, it's like Sun Yat-sen, he is the founding father of the modern China. So we can so we are operating his like summer palace. Yes, so it's a kind of one of the most important cultural heritage in China. And at there, we could hold events, hold venue, and if you have some foundations, like looking for expand your offices or branches, and we could potentially facilitate that, and we could set up an office in this kind of cultural heritage venues. That is first. And second of all, we also have network and collaborating with public listed media companies in China. So if you have have some ideas, like for example, want to try this kind of model, and we have a professional team to help with managing influencers and brand sponsors. So right now, we already contact with the actual speed managing company's CEO called Andrew. And we are going to meet in Shanghai, so they could so we help them to connect with local sponsors, and they are very happy with that. That's second. And third of all, and we also have a good relationship with yes, and third of all, we have this kind of networks also with the influential and impactful leaders and celebrities in China. So it's good for build more mutual understanding through this kind of people. Yeah, so that's it. I know, yes, so if you have any ideas, I'm open to talk. And I have so many other things as well. I used to study cello, so if you also like music, and I'm willing to connect with you. Thank you.